That's all good.
Hello, pet enthusiasts. My name is Jason Zakowski, aka Dad Guy, the dog dad of Bunsen and Beaker, the science dogs. My co-host is
Chris Sikowski, also known as Mummy Fave, Mum Dog Mom of Bunsen and Beaker, and Cat Mom of Ginger.
We are quadricasting our show across Twitter Spaces, Wisdom, Clubhouse, and now LinkedIn. And we have people listening on all 4 platforms right now, which is really exciting. LinkedIn, how's the sound? Give me an emoji on LinkedIn if you can hear me. I see a clapping sound. Okay, we got thumbs up. That's awesome. We have people listening on Wisdom. We have Brenda on Clubhouse, and we have a whole schwack of people on Twitter Spaces. So this is very exciting. We had an exciting thing a couple days ago, right, Chris?
Absolutely.
Yeah. What was it?
Well, everything is exciting in our life. So was it the paddle boarding?
No.
No,
it was our anniversary.
Yes, it was our anniversary.
Do you recognize this music?
Yes.
What's it from? It's Beauty and the Beast. Come on, I was making fun of myself.
Oh, because you're the Beast and
That's
I'm the
right.
Beauty?
I'm the Beast. That's right.
No, you're not. No, you're not a beast.
Okay.
You're the best.
Well, okay, that was very exciting.
Put the extra letter
I
in
got
there.
that sound effect special for tonight, so it's kind of cool.
I love that. Thank you. It was our anniversary. You can't pull those punches on me because I sometimes don't know exactly where you're headed in our conversation.
Right. Here we go. Question number 1 in Kahoot. We're playing. There's 6 questions today. The family went paddleboarding this week. How many times did Dad Guy, me, fall in and thus Beaker? Red is 4, blue is 3, 1, and green is 2. How many times did I fall in paddleboarding this week? We're going to see what, either it's going to be way too high or way too low. Let's see if people get it correct. It is 2 times. 2 times I fell in. Yeah, I did fall in twice. Emma's in first, Ray is in second, Carousel is in third. Okay, pretty cool. Okay, next one. Bunsen and Beaker go to daycare at this amazing place. Wiggles, Shaggles, Taggles, or Waggles? Which daycare did Bunsen and Beaker, our dogs? We talk about this place all the time. Wiggles, Shaggles, Taggles, or Waggles? Which place do they... It is Waggles! That's right. Good job, everybody. Emma's still in first, Carousel's in second, and Paula is in third. Next question. The guest on the Science Podcast this week is currently doing this wacky adventure, like right now. Diving with sharks, mushing dogs, skydiving, or hang gliding. So I got to talk to this amazing guest who does all of these adventures, and right now he's doing one of these adventures, and that is diving with sharks. Chris, I don't know. Whoops, sorry, wrong sound effect. Chris, would you dive with a shark?
Yeah, I would.
You would? Okay.
I would. So would Bunsen.
Sounds like Bunsen's on team. Bunsen's on team dive with shark by sounds of it.
Well, he always played with the piranha shark.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess he did play with the piranha shark. That's right. Okay, next question. Oh, not next question. We got to do the score. Paula, Alicia is on fire, and then Emma. Good job, Alicia. Alicia's got a 3-streak advantage here. This surprising event was suggested to make you help the healing process of losing a pet. So I talked about this on the Science Podcast. It came from Dr. Zazzy's pet blog. Dr. Zazzy Todd's. A statue, a dance, a trip, or a song. It was suggested that one of these really helps with pet loss. Correct answer is a song. Yeah, it's writing a song in remembrance of a pet. It was one of the highest things that helped with dealing with pet loss. I don't know if I could do a song about the pets that we've lost, Chris, but maybe. Okay, we've got in first Paula, Silky in second, and Kate in third. All right, continuing. On the Science Podcast this week, these photos made Jason cry. That's me. So, which photos made me cry? I talked about them on the Science Podcast. Photos of baby Callan. She was the golden we had before Bunsen and Beaker. Photos of baby Bunsen. JWST photos. Or photos of baby Beaker. Which photos made me cry? It's photos from the James Webb Space Telescope. I was watching them, and that first one, I started to cry. I didn't know what emotion to have. It was just amazing. It was absolutely, it took my breath away that we're seeing so far back in time in these like ancient galaxies. It was very cool. Maybe I lost my man card with that, but I don't know. I think that was a pretty normal reaction for people who like astronomy. Paul is in first, Silky is in second, and Emma is in third. Final question. On the super awesome science thread, based on research, you shouldn't do this to your dogs. Let them sleep too much, trick them, give them too much water, or let them eat grass. So every day I try to write a super awesome science thread when I'm not posting a science video. And I talked about this based on research. You shouldn't do this with dogs. You shouldn't trick them. Very good. Yeah, let them eat grass. That's still up for debate. If eating grass is good or bad for dogs. But definitely the research shows you shouldn't trick dogs because they stop trusting you. Or they figure they can start to smell your dirty lies. Okay, on the podium, in third place, we have Emma. In second place, we have Silky. And in first place, we have Paula. All right, perfect. Okay, now I just got to get back to LinkedIn and then bring up all my windows. Because we've got a couple people listening on LinkedIn. Hey, we still have Brenda on Clubhouse. This is great. Okay, so the next part of Pet Chat, we play a game where anybody can play. You just have to request to come up to speak. And this is all synced in through the quadricasting setup. So if somebody on LinkedIn wants to speak, or if somebody on Clubhouse wants to speak, or somebody anywhere wants to speak, you just have to request. Chris will control Twitter Spaces, and I'll watch the other three platforms. This is just a quick little silly game where it's the first word out wins and everybody wins type game. So if you would like to play, we need about 4 people. So we've got 2, Donna and Paula on Spaces. Does anybody else want to play? We need 2 more people. Okay, it looks like Brenda's going to come up. Okay, Chris is controlling there. You don't have to. Donna is in 2 places at once. Donna, you're also in LinkedIn. You were going to get a very stern letter from some cloning advisory board that is very illegal to be in. Okay. All right. Looks like Karen is Chris, are you trying to bring Karen up?
I was checking if a mango was right for Adam, but I did bring Karen up.
Okay. I need you to watch Spaces because I'm watching the 3 other social audio sites. Okay, perfect.
I was doing that, Jason. Thank you.
Okay, perfect.
Don't you worry. I can check and see if a mango is ripe and bring people up to speak at the same time.
Figuring Out Family isn't your ordinary podcast. It's a completely new experience that helps you make your family the best it can be by giving you the deep insights to help your family thrive. You'll learn how to help your family have more productive conversations and manage life's disappointments too. You'll feel inspired by the special guests that are experts in their field of family relationships. Get valuable tips for dealing with difficult family members, repair broken relationships, improving your parenting skills, and keeping your children happy and healthy. Check it out now.
Okay. We got tons of people. This is great.
Yes. I was doing my job.
I know this. Thank you. As I said, you're the co-hostess with the mostest. Okay. So here's how this is going to work. This is a different game this week. Every week is a different game. I'm going to give everybody who's a speaker a letter. Paula wants up. I don't know. Derek has a locked account, so we don't generally let people with locked accounts up. Not that you're not trustworthy, just that we generally don't. Okay, the letter is C. So speakers, unmute your mics. Everybody unmute your mics. Okay, here we go. The letter is C. It's a verb. And you have to say the first thing that comes to your mind that's a verb that starts with the letter C. Whoa. No. So it's a verb. It starts with the letter C, but it has to be about a cat. Go.
Carry.
Catalyst.
Caddy.
You're all right. Congratulations. Chris, did you say catalyst?
Yes, that's the pun I'm going to use for Ginger from now on. She's to be a catalyst for change. That's my new idea.
Okay. The letter is W. It's a verb. Dog. Go.
Wiggle.
Walking.
Wiggle.
Wiggle.
Okay. Good job. Everybody wins.
Where's the ding ding ding?
I don't want. We had some complaints that was very loud and hurt people's ears.
Oh.
My other soundboard, so we're using softer sounds today. Okay, so the letter is on my random generator H. It's a noun, and we're looking for a cat.
Harry. Hunter. Heathen.
Okay.
Heathen, yes.
Heathen.
Yes.
Good job. Okay, it's a letter. The letter T. It's a verb. Lizard.
Terrible. I know that's an adjective, but I just had to throw that out there.
Oh, we need the schoolhouse rock. We need the schoolhouse rock with all the conjunction.
A verb with
this is going to be impossible. Okay, it's a U. It's a verb. No, I don't know how you guys get that. I'm picking a different letter. It's like
that's
X.
hard.
That's even worse. Okay, K. It's a verb. Bird.
Cuckooing.
Clucking. Oh, that's not. I don't know if that's a verb.
Okay. Last one. It's a T. It's a noun. Lizard.
Thorny.
Tongue.
Turtle. What?
Who said turtles? Who said turtles?
I like turtles.
I didn't.
I like turtles.
We always have to talk about turtles every pet chat. Okay, that's the end of this game. Speakers, thank you so much. It's always so fun. It really helps when we get all the speakers up, because when everybody starts talking, it actually helps the algorithm push the room to more people's timelines. So, and it's a lot of fun. So thank you. So what we're going to go into now is our stories about Bunsen and Beaker, and then we're going to open up the floor to our awesome community on all of the different platforms to share a pet story. So we'll talk about Bunsen and Beaker first, and then we'll open up the floor to our community on any of the networks that want to share. First, though, I'd like to give a shout out to our sponsor today, barkandbeyondsupply.com. They're a small family-owned company that started with joint supplements and then got to work after that making awesome treats, finding partners to sell toys for cats and dogs. And we'll have some stuff of theirs up in the nest on Twitter. Today, if you stick around, the prize is a $25 gift certificate to barkandbeyondsupply.com. Okay. Chris, do you want to tell your story first while I organize some stuff?
Sure.
Okay.
I can talk about.
Okay.
Let me talk about, I don't know, taking them to Waggles this week. So they haven't been to Waggles in a while, and it's always good to get back into the swing of things with socialization with the dogs. It's just been so busy. We'd like to go to Wag and walk on Saturday mornings, but it just hasn't, the stars have not aligned to be able to take them. And that would be really great practice for Beaker for on-leash walking, as well as for Bunsen. He always could stand room for improvement. But anyway, I took them to Doggie DayCare, and it was a perfect day. They had a great day. No issues. It was like jumping right back into where Beaker had left off. And Bunsen's always a superstar. He's bomb-proof. So we were really proud. And I called Jason on the way home. I said, guess what? Beaker and Bunsen had a great day. And I could tell by the happiness in your voice that you were really, really happy about that. So that's my story from this week. What else are you going to talk about?
I think I had we've been working really hard on text from Bunsen, and then I've been really upping the amount of science communication that we're doing, and I'm trying to make inroads with the science communication into TikTok and Facebook. Just because I got so busy during the year, I only had time really for Twitter. So I've been shooting these videos and trying to figure out what works on those other platforms. So it's been really busy. And I think I'm getting better at it, and it is what it is. I'm no Emily Calandrelli on TikTok, I'll tell you that. But you suggested that we go to this little lake called Lacombe Lake, and we went paddleboarding and kayaking. Now, it was really hot, so we left Bunsen behind in our house. It's not fair, I think, to take him, and we don't take him out when it's really, really hot in the summer. Like, he's not built for that. It's dangerous, I think, for him. So he was sad we left, but I mean, he would have been miserable if we took him, and maybe it would have been dangerous. But we took Beaker, and we kayaked and we paddleboarded around this little awesome lake, and the weather was beautiful. And Beaker did great. She did great in the kayak. She was just like sitting and looking, and then she went paddleboarding with Adam, and then she went paddleboarding with me. And both Adam and I flipped into the lake a couple times, so Beaker had to go for a swim. I think you went out in the kayak, and or did we go out in the kayak and we got Beaker from Adam? Like we did a mid-lake transfer or something like that?
Yeah, that's what we did.
Mm-hmm.
And then later I was in the kayak, I think by myself, and I was on the paddleboard.
Oh, that's right. You couldn't turn around.
I could not. And then all of a sudden Adam and Annalise came out in the kayak, and they're like, hi. And I said, hi. And I said, did Dad send you? And
I did.
Adam said, maybe a little bit. Yeah, because you thought I was not going to be able to get in on my own. But I was doing okay. I just wasn't able to turn around. Well, I don't think I could have Beaker on the front. Like, there's no way.
I had Beaker, and I was trying to rescue you, and that's what made me fall. Is I was trying to go quickly, and then Beaker saw you, and she's like, and it just takes a little bit of a shimmy and a wave, and I'm not super skilled at paddleboarding, obviously. So, yeah. But that's my story. Okay, I think we'll open up the floor to our guests. We don't have a lot to talk about this week, and we have a lot of speakers who maybe want to share their stories. So on any of the social media platforms, if you would like to share a story or ask questions, we are more than happy to take your questions or take your comments or take your stories. Now, not everybody gets to the stage. Sometimes we invite people up that we don't know, and then it's a little bit of an issue. So we do check your account, so you may not get up to the stage right away. To keep things organized, the people who are already up on Twitter, because right now nobody is requesting on the other platforms, put your hand up if you'd like to speak, if you were a speaker from before. And then just Angry, if you could mute your mic for right now. We're just getting background from you. Thank you. Donna's hand's up. Go ahead, Donna.
Hi, everyone. I will be brief. So I'm going to miss you guys for a month. I am going to be working out of town out near Mount Rushmore in the middle of nowhere. And so I won't get to have this community for a month. That makes me sad. However, I have just finished packing, and I got to tell you a funny story because Callie's never done this before, but she took a birdie of hers, which is a blue jay that has a wing ripped off. It kind of still chirps, but barely, and a monkey, and she put it in my suitcase.
Oh, so she's helping you pack.
100%, which usually is not the case. So usually if I have a suitcase out, I'm worried I might have poop in it, but not this time. She put a birdie and a monkey in it. So at least I'm taking a little bit of her with me. But that's my story. So that's it. But I'll miss you guys for a month, and I can't wait to hear everybody else's.
We'll miss you too. You'll be here in spirit though. That's the important.
100%. I may just log in just so you have me, but hey, sorry about the LinkedIn thing. I was just trying to see how it worked over there.
Oh, did it? Was the audio good?
Yeah, it was actually ahead of the Twitter Spaces.
Yes, it sounds better over there, doesn't it?
It does. So just thought I would throw that out there, but I got myself out there, so there's no police coming after us.
I'm just teasing. It's all good. Okay, thanks, Donna. You're up on a mountain? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, I'll be in Deadwood, South Dakota. So if anybody's ever seen that show on HBO back in the day, and it's a small mountain town, but the largest motorcycle rally in the world happens there, known as Sturgis. So I'll be there right in the middle of it. So not looking forward to that, but looking forward to getting a new restaurant open and, getting to be food safety officer. By the way, I hope everybody saw that. There's a food recall on pet food. Just check your stuff. But other than that, so it's the thing I'm happy about. It's going to be about 35 degrees cooler in the daytime than it is here in Dallas right now. And it's going to be about 50 degrees cooler at night. So can't wait. I'll be sitting in a stream with steam coming off of me.
Oh, that sounds nice. All right, thanks, Donna. We have some hands up from, I think, Just Angry and then Susan. I don't know who was first. We'll go, I think Susan was up as a speaker before Just Angry, so we'll go to Susan first and then Just Angry. Hi, Susan.
Hey, I just wanted to say that I've really loved, as an educator, all the science content that you guys have been posting. And also that Bark and Beyond that I get stuff from all the time is just awesome as a supporter.
Oh, that's great to hear. We hear that lots about Bark and Beyond, that they have a lot of goodwill in the community on Twitter. So that's awesome to hear.
If you're a midlife woman, embracing your age and wanting to make these years your best years, tune in to the Asking for a Friend podcast. I'm your host, Michelle Folan. Join me where I get your questions answered by top experts in their fields, and I speak to women just like you in all matters of health, wellness, career, and family. Subscribe to Asking for a Friend wherever you get your podcast, and refer to the show notes for where to follow us on social media.
Yeah, the science stuff I'm going to share with my kids when I get back to school because it's just so fun.
Aw, thank you. It's kind of a funny thing. It takes a long time to make the threads and to make the videos. And I know it's not as easily consumable as like a puppy picture of Bunsen or Beaker. It takes me 2 seconds to go through my camera and find a a puppy picture of Bunsen and Beaker, or like somebody else's cute photo and then retweet it. So those always do the best. But it's really helpful to Chris and I that we are hearing the feedback that the science stuff is good. Cause the metrics is always that the easy, cute stuff does the best. So it's good to hear that the science stuff is people like it. So thank you. We're going to be putting those videos on YouTube as well. So by the end of the summer, we'll have a whole bunch of YouTube videos. So that's probably will be way easier as an educator to share as well. Just a FYI there. Over to Just Angry, your hands up. Hello.
Hi, I just wanted to say thank you so much to Bark and Beyond. I got the gift certificate that I won through the pet chat.
Oh,
and
yay.
My dog Colby has been depressed all week because we couldn't go on walks because it's been too rainy or it's been too hot. And so when the Larry the Lobster came, he was out of his mind. And he has been carrying it around like it's a piece of gold.
Aw.
And so it's made his day. So he's laying on it right now and guarding it for everybody. But I just wanted to thank the people at Bark and Beyond because they were so lovely to work with. And they sent the gift card and they sent the gift immediately, and they sent the Larry the Lobster so quickly, and it was just great.
That is awesome to hear.
And I love the science videos of the science post. Also, my daughter is 9 and loves science and space.
Oh,
and so any kind of science or any kind of thing that I can get her interested in, because math is just not something that she takes a hold of.
You know what? Chris is a really good math teacher. So Chris, maybe we should do some math stuff with the dogs too.
Yeah,
that might work, because when we started watching the science, she like fell in love with science, and her favorite planet is Neptune.
Oh, cool.
And she knows everything about it, and she just has taken a big, like, she just loves anything to do with science and experiments. So thank you. I think y'all are awesome.
Oh, thank you for the wonderful feedback. Really appreciate that. And I'm not sure if Bark and Beyond is in the space tonight, but I'll pass on those kind words that you have for them as well.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You betcha. Chris, what do you think about a math video?
Well, the one I did with their wagging tails about linear relations kind of was funny.
Yeah. Well, I don't teach math, so I don't know the curriculum. It's been like, since my first year teaching, I taught math. I teach math and chemistry and physics though. And I guess biology. Yeah. There's not really a lot of math and not a lot of math and biology at high school level. Okay. There was another hand up below. Thank you. PAT. Hi, PAT.
Yeah, PAT.
PAT. Oh.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm kind of new with this app, and I saw your post, and I think it attracted me here. So I'm like, my name is Pedro. I'm a Nigerian. I know you guys maybe know that country, but yeah, I'm a Nigerian. So I saw the stories on your, how I can put it down. Yeah, the pet chat game story laugh and community, and I think I can get in touch with it. I just want to know what it is all about now, and see if I can fit myself in it and start working.
Yeah. So I'm glad you're here, and this is a silly space. It's not a very serious one. We do talk about serious things sometimes. It's people join this audio space to talk about their pets, any kind of pets. And if you don't have a pet, you can just listen along, because some of the stories are really funny and heartwarming. So Pat, thank you for joining. Okay. Oh no, we lost the person on Wisdom. Wisdom, somebody was here wanting to come up. Ask again on Wisdom. I was going to go to you. So if you're still wanting to come up on Wisdom, ask again. My apologies. I saw you there. I should have said something. I feel bad now. Okay. I saw you there. Okay, anyways, we'll go back to Twitter Spaces. Over to Jamie.
Good morning. How are you today?
Hello. Good morning. Good evening for us.
I just wanted to say thank you very much. My postcard with, I think it must be Beaker's footprint on the back, and a photo card arrived on Friday. So thank you very much. They're sitting on the kitchen table at the moment.
Aw.
Everybody has to look at them because, they're beautiful dogs. And now I just have to wait for the 2.0 to arrive.
Yes. Yeah. I spoke to the company that's making it. Everything's going as it should. So that's good.
Oh. Woohoo! Mm-hmm. Yay. But so thank you very much. They did arrive, and it was a surprise because I wasn't expecting it just this week, but thank you. Have a lovely evening.
Awesome. Thank you, Jamie. All right. Nobody on Wisdom. We got people listening on the other platforms not requesting. We'll go over to Susan. Your hand is up.
Hi, sorry. Had to turn the mic on. I was just wondering how the pets like paddleboarding.
Beaker really likes paddleboarding. She hops on there. She wants to go. The big problem is when she sees people that she knows, she sometimes tries to jump ship, I think. And then, so if she's not tied down, because we have a tie for her, so she doesn't just randomly swim away. You don't want to lose a dog, right? In a lake, you can have a tie more than a river. It's kind of dangerous in a river if you tie a dog down, because if you flip, your leash could get snagged on a rope or something and the dog could drown. So we have a quick release for Beaker if we go on the river. But she likes it. What do you think, Chris? I think she really likes it.
She loves it. She wants to go in the water and see what's up. Yeah, it was just awesome. She wanted to go right to the water and be in there, and she was swimming. And she's just such a cutie, and I love her.
I don't
She's
think
here
Bunsen.
right now smelling my pocket.
I don't think Bunsen would go on the paddleboard. You'd have to force him, and then he would just scream internally and stand like rigid like a board the whole time. I wouldn't want to traumatize him with the paddleboard. But he goes in the kayak. It's not maybe his favorite, but he's super safe in the kayak. Like he's not gonna. If he jumps out, then he's in trouble. But he's got his life jacket on. Did that answer your question, Susan?
Yes. And that doesn't surprise me at all about Bunsen.
Yeah, he's just too big. He's too big and fuzzy. Okay.
He's so solid.
Yeah, he's so solid. Yep.
Okay, it looks like PAT, you have your hand up again. Maybe you have more to add to our conversation?
Yeah, I
There
think
she is.
I have one.
Sure.
I think I have a dog, I have a pet, and his name is George. And there's a really funny thing he does sometimes. Like, he's very obsessed with ladies. Like, he's so very obsessed with ladies. Anytime a lady comes into the house, like he kind of go crazy. I don't just get it.
So he likes women a lot.
Why yeah, very, 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 very. I don't get it at all. It makes me go crazy. So I kind of wanna ask why the dogs like if they are very obsessed with ladies.
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, that's a good question. There could be lots of different reasons. Sometimes dogs when they're young, they have a bad experience with a man if they've been treated poorly, and then they shy away from men for a long time. Maybe the ladies just smell good. I don't know. Maybe the dogs is your dog a boy or girl? George is a boy, right?
He's a boy.
Yeah,
boy.
he's a
Yeah,
boy.
yeah, boy.
I don't know. Maybe he's just a ladies' man dog. I don't know.
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me.
I don't really get it.
No more.
I don't really get it. It drives me crazy sometimes. My girlfriend, like I have a girlfriend, and she's kind of really pissed about it. Like anytime she comes into the house, the dog is always chasing her around. And I'm like, I have to belt him up so he won't move again. Like
Oh no.
he did that for like 2 days, and I kind of disciplined him. I starved him for like a week. So he didn't do that. I think that is a problem I think that is a solution for him for now, but I'm really looking into it to make a permanent solutions so you stop that. And like, I don't like it. It makes people look tough.
Well, is the
my dog is
dog
kind of crazy on it.
is the dog being violent, Pat, or is it just like
Yeah, go on.
like is it trying to bite the people, or is it just like chasing them around trying to play? Because that's very different.
Sometimes he barks at strangers. He barks at
Okay.
strangers, but
Yeah, Bunsen barks at Bunsen.
especially the men.
Yeah, our dogs bark at strangers too.
Especially the
As long I think
especially the men. Like
I wouldn't be too concerned about it as long as the dog isn't like biting the female guests, and you can just what our trainer always says is you change their attention. So if any of the trainers were here, that's what they would say is like if a guest was in the house and the dog is acting too rambunctious, it could be anybody. You direct their attention somewhere else with something that's positive, like a Kong, that's like a little thing you could put treats into, or a frozen treat, like, take some kibble and freeze it in a block of ice, something that they're going to have a while to work at. And then instead of them being fixated on your guest, they have a place to go to direct their attention. That's something that our trainers would say.
I think that will work, but the issue is that it doesn't bark. He only barks at men, like strange men. But when it comes to ladies, he doesn't do that. I don't get it at all.
Well, try that misdirection.
He's asleep now, though. He's asleep now. What misdirection?
Yeah, try that. You have to be like kind of as a dog owner, you got to be a magician. You've got to misdirect. You know how the magician has like the sidekick that's, look at me, and they're wearing a sparkly dress and you're doing the thing. That's what you have to do with dogs.
Yeah. That's just, and just kind of predict. So if you're going for a walk, switch to the different side of the street, the change direction. Yeah. All that. And just watching their body language, before they become reactive. And it really teaches us as the handlers to be more observant to their behavior.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, man. Thanks, Chris.
Thanks for coming to the space. Thanks for piping up. Susan, your hand's up, and then we'll go to some other speakers who are up that maybe want to talk.
Hey, sorry. So I live in Washington, D.C., and on Capitol Hill, and I don't know how to put this delicately, but sometimes there's like human solid waste.
Oh, poop. There's
poop. Thanks.
Yeah. Somebody doesn't quite make it, or maybe they have they don't have, they're homeless perhaps. Yeah, that happens.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly. It's a lot of homeless. Mm-hmm. And every now and then, like, we come across it on our dog walks, and I don't notice it until the dog rolls in it.
Oh no.
And yeah, exactly. So I was wondering, like we come home and we wash, and
Yeah.
I was wondering if anybody else has this problem or how you deal with it.
Oh, it is pretty common. Yeah, it's pretty common for dogs to roll in super disgusting things that we would think is super disgusting. A dog's going to roll in it. Bunsen is really bad for rolling in super gross, disgusting stuff. Like, if we don't catch him in time, he'll roll in coyote poop or something like that. And then he reeks. He smells so bad. And you're right. You're always like, you're just 2 seconds too slow and then it's over. So don't feel bad. It happens. The only way you can avoid it is if you have the dog on around where you think the problem might be. They're just on a tight, a short leash, so they can't roll in it. And that's not always feasible, right?
I know, like I missed it yesterday, and today not so much.
Yeah. Chris, we've been there before with Bunsen, hey?
Yeah, and there's two things that Shar taught us that we aren't 100% on. It's drop. So if a dog's in running and you see a car coming and you yell drop and you show the sign, they should just drop. And then the other one is leave it. But we need to do more work on drop and leave it for sure, because those are two really important commands for safety for the dogs.
Bunsen will leave the moose leg or the legs now, but he'll do it when he's back at the house. If he finds it out on a walk, he'll haul it the whole walk, and then he'll give it to me quite happily. So he's not there to give me the disgusting moose leg. When he finds it, he'll just like take it and take off with it. Bye, Felicia. You guys have probably seen the video if you follow Bunsen and Beaker on Twitter.
Yeah, so maybe give like a local trainer a call, or you can maybe connect with Shar from Waggles through Zoom. She does do training that way to do those two skills, drop and leave it, and give you tips for those. Is just kind of my suggestions. Or I don't know if you can YouTube that, but and it's just that consistency. But once the dog has had the positive reinforcement, because they're very happy to roll in it, that makes it harder to break that habit, because they've already had the positive reinforcement of smelling like eau de poo is just great to them.
Also, we're having a expert dog trainer on July 28th, Shannon from Truly Force Free. So, Susan, if you're around on July 28th, I think it's at 8 p.m. Eastern. We'll have ads for it, but that's the second dog trainer we're having in July. And then Christine Young is going to be back in August, the awesome dog trainer we had earlier this month. So you could ask her questions too then.
Oh, yeah. You guys are great. I listen to you like every time you're on.
Oh, thank you. Brenda came up and wanted to speak, and then we'll go to Jamie. Jamie's hand was up. Hi, Brenda.
Hi there. One quick thing. I agree. I think your science content this week has been just great. It's just like a 1 minute thing. I know it's taking you hours to think of it and to do it, but it is actually awesome. I think it's wonderful.
Oh, thanks.
I've been sending it. I have grandkids right now, but I've been sending it to all my young staff at work saying, hey, this is an account you need to let your kids see every single week. So,
yay. That's what we want. Thank you. Thanks, Brenda.
Followers. The one other thing is when just a word to get a dog to drop something. I know people like Chris just said your trainer used drop. Years ago, my older brother had a dog that was a Belgian Malinois that was trained with the German words that the police dogs get trained. That's how he was trained for him. And a word that was used in that training, which I have never forgotten because you don't use it for anything else, and it works wonderfully is phooey. When you say phooey, which, German means like yucky or whatever, it's just they look at you like, okay, it's a mistake, and you can use it. So instead of saying, no, don't do that, phooey is a word that you can use, and the dog looks at you like, oh, okay, that was a mistake. Whatever he did, whether he picked something up, sniffed something, went somewhere, it's like, oh, oops, sorry. Okay, that was a mistake. And it's always been a really useful word that I've never stopped using.
That's a great comment. Thanks, Brenda. Yeah. Yeah, you need something very specific for that. There's somebody requesting, I'm sorry, Oglas, you have a locked account. We don't generally bring people up with a locked account. It's nothing against you. We just can't do our due diligence and back check on folks with locked accounts. So let's just do a quick little room reset, and then Jamie, I'll get to you. If you're just tuning in, this is Pet Chat. We are in the community share portion where people share stories, ask questions, or Brenda talked about that she liked our science content. Brenda, thank you so much. That means a lot. So if you would like to request to speak, go ahead. We are quadcasting right now to Twitter Spaces, Clubhouse, Wisdom, and LinkedIn. And I'd like to say hello to the folks on LinkedIn and hello to the people on Wisdom and the 3 people listening on Clubhouse, they gone. So that's okay. We'll go to Jamie, and then anybody else that would like to speak, go ahead.
I didn't actually have my hand up.
I thought your hand was up.
No, I clapped for something.
Oh, you clapped. Oh, okay.
But thanks.
I'm sorry. I thought it was a hand up.
No, it's all good.
I'm scanning. Like, I have a little window for LinkedIn. I've got a window for Clubhouse. My other phone is running, is running Wisdom. So I maybe it was like out of the corner of my eye. It was a little ridiculous.
Multitasking. But Phoenix would like to say hello. She's come to huff at my phone, but I doubt you can hear her.
No.
All right. See ya.
Okay. Perfect. We'll go to Snickerdoodle and then Susan. Go ahead, Snickerdoodle.
Hello. Good evening to everybody.
Hello.
Your audio keeps kicking in and out.
Oh, mine does?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I do not know. For the other speakers that are up here, is my audio bugging in and out?
Yeah, I think it did a couple times in the beginning. I don't know if it's because of the LinkedIn thing, but it would kind of cut out.
Oh, is it doing it currently, or is this a while ago?
It was right at the beginning.
Okay. So it could be just you, Snickerdoodle, if it's been like the last couple minutes.
It was mainly at the beginning as well. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I just want to say I hope the two of you had a great anniversary. You're such a cute couple.
Aw, thanks. We actually didn't do anything for our anniversary, but I think
that's not true, Jason. That's not true. You did a science show.
Oh, right. That's right. That's why we didn't do anything.
You booked a science show.
I am stupid. I booked a science show on our anniversary. So if any of the men are listening, and you are like the library for your city calls you up and it's like, hey, do you want to do a science show? And you're like, yes. You need to make sure that it's not on your anniversary.
No, it's okay. Like, we can celebrate each other, no problem. And it doesn't actually have to be on the exact day. This summer we're fairly open, so for me it's just, hey, like every day is our anniversary, right, Jay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. I was going to make a comment on the tweet that you had about dogs and betraying their trust.
Yes. Yeah, that one that got a lot of people thinking.
Yeah. When I take my dog for a walk, he usually goes well ahead of me, and I like to play hide and seek with him.
Okay.
So then he has to test out his tracking skills and to find me again. And I only have to do that 2 or 3 times, and then he'll stop and he keeps looking back to see where I am. So I was thinking the other day after seeing your tweet, whether it's a game for him or whether it ramps up his anxiety because he can't find me. But I know he doesn't trust me anymore. That's for sure.
I think there's a fine line between a game like that and then something that the research is definitely saying, because dogs perceive time very differently than humans do. You know, like 20 minutes to us, we clearly understand how long 20 minutes feels, but we're not 100% sure that dogs understand time the same way. So tricking them creates an emotion, but they don't know if that emotion, like tricking them, like, every few minutes, that kind of just blends together for them. But if it's a game and they're having fun and like their body language isn't stressed, they'd probably be okay. Yeah, but the study was just kind of saying that if you lie to a dog, they will stop trusting you. And it was like you're pointing at a place where you're telling them food is and there's no food there. They'll stop trusting you with something like that. I think hide and seek is a little different and probably kind of fun for the dog. I do that with Bunsen and Beaker. So.
Yeah. I thought that was a very interesting, survey or whatever, research into that they could stop trusting like that. So
yeah.
Anyway, I hope everyone has a good. Someone mentioned, I don't know if they're still there, about recall on dog food.
It wasn't on dog food; it was on real food, and it's Food Safety Donna Craig. So go check out Donna's profile. She put out a big announcement about it, which is super, super helpful.
I'll put it in the nest.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, good.
It's up in the nest, Snickerdoodle. So Donna's awesome about tweeting stuff like that out. So it's up there.
But was it on Twitter, or was it like to our group? Like,
there's a food recall for pet food. Was it human food or pet?
Yeah. So, hey, I'm here.
Oh, Donna's here.
There is a food recall for pet food. It's for a specific brand. It's mostly on the eastern part of the United States, North Carolina up to Connecticut. So it's a certain brand that's made out of the North Carolina market. It's full of listeria and salmonella for doggies. It's treats and to food. But yeah, if you go to my Twitter page, you'll be able to see it. And Chris is right. There is a lot of recall on human food. And then Canada has a weird outbreak going on imported food. Wash your paws, everybody.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. And have
You're
a good
welcome.
evening, everyone.
The healthiest food comes from a healthy garden. On the Garden Basics with Farmer Fred podcast, we talk about everything you need to grow it yourself. What are the easiest tomatoes to grow? We talked about all of them back in episode 192. If you're thinking of buying a greenhouse, we talked about the questions you need to ask yourself before you buy in episode 170. You want to reuse old potting soil? Go ahead, but you have to replenish it first, and we told you how to do that in episodes 172 and 194. It's the Garden Basics with Farmer Fred podcast. It comes out every Tuesday and Friday, available wherever you get your podcasts. More info at gardenbasics.net.
You betcha. Thanks for joining, Snickerdoodle.
Okay, bye-bye.
You betcha. I love that that study is one of my favorite ones. Just because like the second part of it is they were pretty sure it was leaning statistically significant that the dogs could smell when the researchers were lying. Like, not that they were being tricked, but the dogs could smell the lie coming off the human, because they can smell our chemicals when we sweat and when we're stressed and we have anxiety. Anyways, I thought that was pretty cool. Paula, I saw your hand up, and then Susan, your hand's up.
Oops. No, I'm okay. I was going to say something about it was dog related too, but Donna was there and I didn't see her come up, so no worries.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Hey, I'm sorry. I saw something earlier about posting something called Circle.
Yes, the Circle community. Yeah, that was that on the patron side. Was that in private Twitter?
I think so. But
Yeah.
does that require another sign up?
It will require another sign up. Yep. We will be talking about that to the patrons on our Sunday space, the Sunday space. Yeah, on the patron side of private Twitter. It's got some things that we're really excited about, and it's not required, right? It's just it's this really cool thing that we're starting. That in a nutshell, it's going to bring everything that we do together, and make it so much easier to find the stuff that we do, from our science content to our audio content to the podcast to guests that have been on the podcast, and then also some other stuff that we're planning there too, like the teaching stuff that Chris and I do, some stuff about that. So there'll be a little niche for a whole bunch of different things that people can get involved with that it's difficult to do on Twitter. So if you're wondering,
Like as an educator, I share a lot more. So will I be able to do that on Circle?
You cut out a bit. I didn't hear the question. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. As an educator, will I be able to share all the stuff that you've been sharing on Circle?
Yes. Yeah. The idea for most of the stuff on Circle is it gathers resources. So it's just way easier to find everything in one spot. That's going to be the main idea. And then there'll be a whole bunch of extras too. Some of that won't be shareable because it'll be in the community, but any of the YouTube videos, or the spaces or any of the audio stuff, will be shareable for sure. Yeah. Okay. Richie, is it Rich Lee? Hi, Rich Lee. You requested.
Yeah. Good evening, everybody.
Hello. Welcome to the Pet Chat.
Yeah. Welcome, everybody. Good evening.
Did you have a question, comment, or pet story, or are you just here to say hello?
Yeah. Yeah. The question I'm having about pets is that why is that doing some kind of, when it's raining, love pets gonna be sick, and sometimes, because I have a lot of pets in my house right now. I got about 15 pets that I'm taking care of. But when it gets to when the raining season time, some of the pets will begin to die. So I don't know how I'm gonna do about that.
Well, Chris and I, we're not vets, so we can't answer medical information. And unfortunately, I don't even want to speculate. But I do empathize with you that it's very sad when pets die. I don't want to give you any medical information or advice about that, though. I'm sorry.
Okay. I was thinking you have some kind of person you can just link me to that's gonna help me in the States here in New York.
Sure. There's a couple of vets I could point you to. One of the vets, her name is Jessica Kanya. And
Jessica Kanya.
Yeah, I will DM you. Jessica Kanya.
Okay. Let me just follow you now, and you follow me back and send it to me. Okay.
Sure.
Thank you very much. I'm so happy. It's nice to meet you guys on here.
You betcha. She will get back to you when she has time. She's very busy, but somebody you could ask, right?
Okay. Well, you're gonna tell her that.
I will.
You send the name to me.
Yeah, I'll
gonna
DM
follow
her
on Twitter, and so she can follow me back and send a message to me. So I'm gonna know how to get to her.
Okay, you betcha.
Yeah, thank you very much.
I'm sending her a message right now about you.
I just followed you now.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
I will send you her tag. How's that sound?
Okay. Awesome. Thank you very much. I'm so happy about that.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Okay, we're at the top of the hour for Pet Chat. Does any of our speakers have anything they'd like to say as we round out the time? That includes you, Chris. Oh, Chris is muted. I hear you talking upstairs, but you're definitely muted.
Okay. Well, I see that you brought up Teen from the herd, which is amazing and awesome.
Yeah. Hi, Teen.
Hi. Okay, so I have a hearing deficiency now. Can you give me a reaction that you can hear my volume okay?
We can hear you good.
Okay, good. Ear stroke. Who ever heard of that? Not me.
I saw that. We're so sorry to hear about that.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like walking around with the whole world in one earbud on your headphones, but I'm doing okay. I wanted to wrap up the week with really good news. I had my last foster in the house adopted. I still have the Pekingese, but they've been adopted.
Okay.
But I have no one in foster care that is adoptable. I went to an adoption event and did not come home with any new dogs.
Okay.
Huge accomplishment. Also, River Phoenix, for those who don't know, he's paralyzed and he stood on his own last night weight bearing. He also took steps into the kitchen last night. His combined therapy is working. We have a success story right in front of us. And I know a lot of people support the herd and supported Phoenix's journey. And I just want to thank you. I had a really rough week, and it was almost like he knew I needed a win.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. I'm sorry about your the diagnosis, but you deserve a clapping for having all the great stuff you do for those dogs, Teen.
Thanks. The diagnosis, it all comes down to valve issues, and the new technology that they're going to use to fix it is absolutely amazing.
Yay.
I'm fascinated with it. It's a laser on the end of a thread.
Wild.
Yeah, it won't be more than a cat scratch on, as far as being invasive, even though it's completely invasive. And the laser does what's called an ablation, which is, it just destroys that valve.
Okay. Well, keep us up to date. We're all rooting for you.
Thank you. Huge thanks to everybody this week. I couldn't have gotten through it without you.
That is a great story to end the week on, and thanks for your positive outlook, even though it was a rough, some parts of your week were rough, Teen. Thanks. Okay, we'll throw to any other speakers that have any closing words, and then we'll wrap things up.
Do not forget the contest.
Yep, I have that on my list here.
Okay,
so the other thing I wanted to mention was I know a lot of people who follow us probably are subscribed to our newsletter. So I wanted to give our newsletter a plug. If you're on Twitter, you just have to click on our profile and you can sign up for our newsletter there. It's free. I send it out once a week and it highlights everything we do with a little bit of like a mini blog about what happened with our family for the week. Okay. All right. So we'll do random number. Now, anybody on Wisdom, give me an emoji so I know you're there. If you're listening on Wisdom, give me an emoji so I know you're there. You can be in the draw. I'm always suspicious about the numbers Wisdom says. Okay, we've got 40-some people here, and we've got 3 people on LinkedIn. Okay, here we go. So the number is 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 30. Winner is Karen Meyer or Mayor. Karen Meyer. Hashtag ugly dogs. Karen, you win this week. So that's at KD Mayer. Katie Mayer. So Karen, if you're listening, please contact barkandbeyondsupply.com and they will link you up with your prize. Congratulations. Very cool. Thank you again to barkandbeyondsupply.com for being our sponsor. All right, we'll wrap up the space. Boom. Okay, thanks for coming to Pet Chat this week. It was our inaugural quadricast to a bunch of different social audio sites. I think it's working great. I've been messing around with LinkedIn audio, and the audio there is really good. So I hope Twitter gets on their game and increases the audio quality here. But that's okay. We love Twitter Spaces. Please, if you're listening, Twitter Spaces people, don't get mad at me. Tuesday during Science Chat, so this coming Tuesday, we have T. Francis, who is an arachnologist. She studies spiders. She adores spiders. She knows everything about spiders. She has spiders. She has spider tattoos. She is everything spider. I talked to her on the podcast, and she's a fascinating, educated, amazing person. So she agreed to come on her audio space on Tuesday during Science Chat. So I'm really excited for that. And then during the next week in the middle, Chris and I are taking a couple days off because we're going to the mountains, I think. And then, of course, there's Pet Chat coming up next week. So keep in tune for more science communication from our account. And then patrons, if you're listening, remember on private Twitter, we have our private Twitter space tomorrow, and I'll send out a tweet about that on private Twitter. Anything else to add, Chris, before we wrap up?
No, everything is awesome.
Perfect. Oh, and if anybody has a TikTok account, we'd love for you to follow us there. And that's okay if you don't, because maybe you're just like, isn't it people dancing? Well, yes, and that's like 80% of the videos. But there's also dogs trying to teach you science there. Okay, take care, everybody. Have a great rest of your weekend. Thanks for coming. Bye-bye.